story, ratted out. You've surely seen those giant rat balloons set up in front of businesses involved in labor disputes.
Kind of intimidating, and that's the point. The inflatable rat, though, known as Scabby, could be exterminated. As the National Labor Relations Board argues, it's an illegal and aggressive form of picketing. The unions say it's just a form of protected speech. WGN's Mike Lowe has the story of this Chicago-born icon.
For the sixth year in a row, we are #1 in Chicago. We are the rattiest city in America.
Chicago is a city that can smell a rat.
Chicago's been crowned again as the rattiest city in America.
They're not clean, they're obnoxious, they're varmints.
The reigning rattiest city in America posts signs in every alley.
Crews will be testing the dry ice in several park locations,
warning people not to feed the rodents.
I've probably seen at least 16 to 18.
Enduring symbols of duplicity.
I'm tired of the rats. I don't work for maintenance. I'm tired of catching them. I'm tired.
And disease.
The rat has always symbolized the spreading of evil. In the Black Plague, it was the rats that spread the disease and the pandemic back then.
Scabby comes alive.
But in this city swarming with rats, only one has an inflated reputation.
What I'm showing here is the stab wounds. Lady came out with about a 9-inch blade and stabbed Scabby to death.
That towers and glowers above the rest.
It's like menacing, it's got its claws out like it's gonna get you.
The larger-than-life balloon rat is known as Scabby, after the epitaph for a worker who crosses the picket line.
A scab is a worker who would take another man's job or woman's job while they're out on strike.
It is as effective.
It got my attention.
As it is evocative.
Scammy, something fishy, something's not right going on.
Jim Sweeney is the president of the Local 150 Operators Union. From an office in Countryside, he oversees 23,000 operating engineers, the construction workers who built the skyline, and pretty much everything else in our area.
Employers, at the end of the day, just hated the idea of that in front of their, more than a picket where they were driving workers out, having the rat in front of their business just drove them crazy.
And because of the rat's unique ability to burrow under the skin of corporate interests, it's also in danger of extermination by the Trump administration.
To go after Scabby is really just, again, corporate America trying to grind workers down one more time.
A case involving Local 150 will determine if the protest prop is protected speech or is a violation of the National Labor Relations Act. Local 150 brought Scabby to an RV show to demonstrate against a parts manufacturer based in Elkhart, Indiana. An attorney for the National Labor Relations Board wrote, quote, "Nobody was able to drive by or enter the Thor RV show without encountering the large hostile rat, oversized stationary banners, and the Local 150 agents, each of which indicated to Thor employees and show visitors alike that they were entering the territory of some sort of labor dispute. The rat and banners created a symbolic and confrontational barrier to anyone seeking to enter or exit the Thor RV show." The NLRB is controlled by Republicans and has argued in documents filed in a number of cases around the country that the use of inflatable balloons like Scabby is unlawful. The NLRB declined to comment, citing pending cases.
And it's our free speech. Like, as all Americans, we have a right to free speech. And they are actively, as we speak, trying to take our ability to use Scabby as one of our ways to communicate with the public away.
Sweeney says just because speech is unpleasant doesn't make it unconstitutional.
And they're going to try to come after working people, and they're one little tool that they can use in fighting and getting and ensuring contracts.
Throw his arm in there.
Inflatable rat. And try to say that that is not protected by free speech.
If it seems like Sweeney is worked up,
I'm Scabby's daddy.
There's good reason for it. He came up with the idea for Scabby back in 1988. The union was picketing a suburban mayor over unfair labor practices, and his wife drew some rats on the picket signs.
And the reaction of the public coming in was amazing. It was like, are there rats in there? Is this place infested with rats? And it just drew all the attention, and we were able to get them around and then talk about what was going on. And they said, the mayor is supporting that?
It evolved from a rat sign to a rat suit, then a Ratmobile. And in a never-before-seen video,
let's stop this. Right, if I sign a contract with you.
The Local 150 rat tape, a glimpse at the infancy of an inflatable icon.
Go call the police. We're not going to put up with this.
And one of them had a giant gorilla.
But the epiphany came on a used car lot.
And we're driving into the office, and we look at each other and go, we gotta have that. So we went over there, and we looked on the back, and there was this little plaque on the back of them saying where it was made, Big Sky Balloon in Plainfield. We went there, talked to the owner. They designed the Scabby you see today. The rest is history.
Big Sky declined to comment for this story, but they made the first Scabby and now offer union rats in several sizes, and they've been seen in every state. They can cost anywhere from $3,500 to $9,000.
Draws attention, and more attention than I ever thought it could. I knew it was going big time when I saw it on The Sopranos.
Can I have your attention, please? I repeat, can I have your attention, please?
Whoa, what's going on?
You're the foreman? Dave Fusco. I'm the business agent for Local 87 laborers. It's come to our attention this site is employing a substantial number of non-union laborers.
So Scabby's fate will soon be decided. And judges will have to decide if Scabby is part of a picket, which can be regulated and restricted, or is part of a protest, which is protected under the First Amendment.
And I understand why the Trump administration would want to ban it, but I feel like unions also should have a say in what they want. And I don't know why they'd use something like this, but it clearly grabs attention.
A symbol that can make anyone stop and take notice, even as they're caught in the rat race. In Chicago, Mike Lowe, WGN News.